Today I'm gonna show you how to make smoked smash burgers. We're combining the smoker and the griddle to kick this up. These are topped with shaved onions, sliced jalapenos, and some cheddar cheese. This is a really simple process, so go watch the recipe. While you do that, I'm gonna eat. I cannot wait. So since we're gonna be smoking and smashing, it is recommended that you have a few different pieces of equipment. A pellet smoker is gonna be the best option for smoking because you're gonna need that lower temperature. I'm talking 200, maybe even down to 180. We're not gonna smoke the burgers long, but it's easier to control in a pellet grill. And then for smashing the burgers, we're gonna need some kind of flat cooking surface. I'm gonna be using a griddle today, and then I've also got a flat press. This one's from Finex. This one's kind of a beast. You don't need something this heavy duty, but this one's fun. Obviously, you're gonna need some form of a spatula. I've got this one that I'm gonna use for scraping up the burgers. And then this is totally optional, but this is what you would call like a jerky mat. Sometimes they call it like a frog mat. I don't know why, but so what I'm gonna do is place this in the smoker and then set the meat on it. That way the smoke gets around every inch of the burgers rather than putting them on a tray and then missing that bottom piece, because we need a lot of smoke. All right, so let's talk burgers and of course some of the toppings. So 3 ounces is pretty standard for a smash burger. I'm gonna be doing some doubles because I want a 6-ounce burger. But once you get them portioned out, place them in the fridge for a little bit while you prep everything else. Okay, now for toppings. I'm actually gonna keep it pretty classic today because I want the smoke to be the star. So I'm sticking with like an Oklahoma onion burger, but I'm adding some jalapenos on there too. So let's go ahead and get this prepped. You don't have to use this, but I'm gonna use a mandolin slicer just because it saves me a lot of time on just getting the onions diced down. And you know, I say that about the mandolin slicer and then I see how awkward this sweet onion is, so I'm just gonna go for it instead. As I'm dicing this, I realize this is a ton of onion and there's no way I'm gonna use all this, so maybe go with half an onion. All right, so I've got half of a thinly diced onion here. Put the other half away, that's okay. And then I'm gonna add a jalapeno, so I'm gonna cut off the top and we're just gonna leave the seeds in here. I'm gonna go slow and just cut this as thin as I can because we're gonna sprinkle this in on one of the 2 patties at a time. I don't wanna blast the burger away with too many jalapenos, but now this would have been a perfect situation to use a mandolin. I just happened to go for it since I did it with the onion, but these are really great accessories if you want to adjust the thickness of cuts. If you're not familiar with them, I've got a link in the description. Really helpful for this. Now I am of the camp that I love deli sliced American cheese, but I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit today. I've got a mild cheddar. It's a little bit softer than a sharp cheddar, but it goes so well with the smoky flavor. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite cheese would be for this burger. All right, so toppings are done, cheese is ready. Let's get the meat in the smoker. All right, so I've got the smoker heated up to about 200 degrees right now because I got the lid open. This is that frog mat, that jerky mat. I'm gonna go ahead and set this here. You could put the burgers right on the grates, but I find with burgers these small, they might sink a little bit into the grate, and all grates are a little bit different depending on your smoker. So this is just all about consistency here. Let's let these smoke for about 30 minutes. So you probably noticed I did not season the meat as it went onto the smoker. We're gonna wait until it gets smashed flat. That way we get maximum seasoning coverage over that instead. I'm gonna be using my Canyon Crust, which is a salt, pepper, garlic coarse blend made for beef. It's got some chilies, herbs, other spices in there. It's gonna be perfect for smash burgers. All right, it's been about 35 minutes. Let's see, ooh, we got some really nice color here. I don't know why I'm surprised. I've done this before, but they look great. You can tell that they've got a nice brownish red deep color. So let's take them off and we'll go smash them. All right, so I've got my griddle preheated to about a medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and get these seared. Let's toss a couple of these down. Now it's important to know that if you do over smoke these burgers, they'll dry out and they don't smash as well. So that's why that 30-35 minute area is really key. So let's get this nice and flat. Check that out. You can see all the nice smoked brown areas. Let's move quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and get these burgers seasoned up here with the Canyon Crust. Then we're gonna get some of these onions spread out across the top along with some of those chilies. Now, I'm only gonna do jalapenos on half of them because I don't want double jalapeno on my burgers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scrape and get some of these flipped here. See if I can do a better job on the next one. There we go. It's all on that wrist. Let's go ahead and throw these buns on here while I'm at it too. Them nice and toasty. Hope you can see that the surface of the burger is actually quite red, especially after it's been seared. It's pretty neat to see the visual difference between them being smoked versus not. But I can tell you after making these a number of times that these do taste extremely smoky and totally worth it just for that extra fun. All right, time to throw some cheese on. This is that cheddar I was talking about. This one's for my son. He doesn't want cheese or jalapenos, so that's okay. All right, I almost forgot. Don't judge me too hard, but I put mustard on the bottom. I can't help it. I love mustard on Oklahoma burgers. All right, let's get these assembled. A little cheese skirt action here. Ooh, whew, that smell is incredible. Whew. Hot outside, it's time for a smash burger. Check these guys out. These are smoky, cheesy, dripping. We've got the caramelized onions and jalapenos. I cannot wait to bite into one of these. All right, let's dig in. I grabbed the messiest one because, you know, that's how I roll. You can see how smoky they are with the color, and I'm telling you, these taste just as smoky as they look, and they're so freaking good. I wish I could share. My editor's probably watching me now, so pissed. Aside from the smoke, you got that really nice crust from the black pepper and all the spices in there, that sharp tang, the jalapeno and the sweet onions. I mean, it all comes together. And I do not regret the cheddar. I love American, but cheddar has its place on burgers. One more bite for science. I hope you guys like this recipe. Please like the video and subscribe. Try this out, let me know. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.